Hey, I haven't seen y'all in forever since I think Exam Week, maybe a little bit earlier. Um, y'all just could not. I don't know what happened, and y'all, I think I'm trying to wean back on Bigo, a low key, but Bigo is you gotta find your place. Just like on YouTube, you have to find your place on Bigo. Like you just can't go in there and you if you're a troublemaker, you can do well on Bigo. But if you're not a troublemaker like me, I'm on my business. That's what I tell myself. But when you on Bigo, it's like a different world. Like you can attract the people you really want. And that's like the amazing part about Bigo. Like if you are trashy and you like to talk crap, you gonna gain your audience. There's some people that's spiritual. There's some people that is fake spiritual on there. But either way, you got to find your place. And even on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, you still got to find your way. You can't mimic other people so much. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, I can say that catchphrase. Like you got to be yourself, and Bigo will really kind of help you to find how to identify yourself. Even Facebook and YouTube, if you are a content creator, but you just got to stop watching other people and say, oh, I can do that. You got to be yourself. Even if 500 people don't like you, and you just got to keep pushing it. You're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. I mean, that's the reason why, there are certain things that's still on the stock when you walk past it because, hey, that's not your cup of, that's not what you like. So, and it's okay. And I think Beagle can kind of help you if you in that stage in your life. Like, man, I'm not getting views. Trust me, I get views over there. But be honest with you, some of them are scalp. They trying to scalp you out. Like they really want you on your team or your entertainment. They want to see how. So you might get a lot of viewers from there, but that's about it. Alrighty. So anyway, let's get into this stuff now. Y'all, when I tell you I came home Sunday, I had to work, and y'all, my kids are old enough to like at least do basic things like sweep the floor, pick up the chairs. Like if my son likes to sleep on the chair, so he likes to eat on it. So I always require him to vacuum out the chairs and just make sure the chairs looks neat when like Sunday, like when we having Sunday dinner. I want my house not to be perfect, but just to definitely not look like it's lived in or it looks like a hot ass mess. Like, no, it's Sunday. It's our Sunday dinner. No. So I came home and my kids barely got anything done. Like, I was hot. So did I go in my kitchen and cook? No, my house was not together. So we tackled it. It took them 30 to 40 minutes, y'all, for me to put my foot up their ass for them to like straighten up. Then I started cooking. Then I felt in a better mood. Um, and I typically don't like washing clothes on Sunday, but I know that my kids definitely need a day off on Saturday and Friday night, y'all. And I'm not going to even hold you. This is test week for my children. So, and you were like, you raised hell. No, that was their only day. And I said, y'all don't have to go to church on Sunday. I really told them like I don't want y'all. You don't really have to go to church on Sunday because I really want them to relax. But they've been at the house for 5 hours, and like I told y'all, it took me to put my foot up their ass, and they had my house together the way it needs to be at 30 to 45 minutes. And hey, it is what it is. But Jasmine, you at home all day. That is like the weirdest part about you and Sky and Diamond. Y'all home all day. There should be some type of motivation for you to do something. If that is to put the clothes in the washer, dry them, then you'll be motivated. Y'all not even motivated to do y'all laundry, to finish it out. How y'all always behind on laundry? I never understood that. Y'all, my proudest moment is, oh, I look around, one load is in, one load is coming out, one load's in the basket, getting ready to dry. And I can just, and then before I know it, I have no laundry before I lay my head down. That's called motivation. Not even motivation. That's just being able to do things. You know, I looked at your background and I'm like, damn, y'all just be having that. Y'all just nasty. That would drive me up the wall. If I'm home all day and I'm walking in the kitchen, and y'all, I walk through my house like it's crazy. I walk through my house like probably about 10 times before I leave out the house in the morning. And that's just a zoom to visualize my house before I leave, right? And if I see something just like out of place, or just let me hurry up and pick up this dirt. I don't know where this dirt came from, but let me just pick this up. Let me pick up this trash. That's something you constantly have to do, like mentally. That shouldn't be like, oh no, I'm going through depression. I don't want to call it depression, but I'm going through something and I can't. No, you stop drinking, you can be focused. You stop drinking, you don't have to sit there and ponder about your past. If you stop drinking, you can be motivated to see something other than just being a screaming, a screaming, what is that called? YMCA mom. You're not even a sports mom at this point. You're a YMCA mother. Go, 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 go. I wish you do that to your dishes. Hi, y'all, this is content creator. And um she don't even have children. But y'all, when she says this, I'm going to shut down my kitchen, it throws me like, girl, one day you're not going to do that. You're going to be tired. But that morning when you wake up, you're going to clean that kitchen. Y'all, one thing about me, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm glad you like the title. Um, but yeah, when you wake up in the morning, you're motivated. And I used to always say, if you clean out one room per day, and you just go back to the next room and just straighten up, your week of cleaning and stuff will go by. It'll be more smoother because it's a habit. But y'all stay at home all freaking day. Y'all, I am out my house from 7:10, 7:15, and I don't roll back in that bride until through about 9 o'clock. And I still have time to make sure something is washed, dried, folded. That is my cycle, my life. Now, if you're having a hard time, and Sky, why the freak are y'all at home all day and y'all still got you backed up with laundry? I don't understand it. I probably have to understand it because you're home all day. There shouldn't be no days, like for example, if you do every child's clothes twice a week, you're not going to be backed up. You're not even going, and you can also monitor your children's clothing, their socks. Y'all ever seen how y'all, my toddler, I don't know where the heck his socks are, but I'm gonna have to buy him some new socks, like before he goes to his grandmama's house. Because that boy got mismatched socks, and I can't stand mismatched socks. But there's no way that your children don't have everything they need laid out. Even you shouldn't be have to hunt down nothing because you've been home all day, complaining, drinking. I knew you had to been drunk when you had gotten what's her name, Slide Diamond, talking about I really wish that I kept Chris off. Girl, you must been drunk. Cause there ain't no way I'm gonna compare my life with Diamond and my kitchen look like that. Your floor, your background, like you've been on social media, you know detail for certain things. Why the hell is one shoe? Why the hell the shoes not together? Y'all, that's like a pet peeve of mine. Like, why is one of my shoes on the other side? I didn't do that. I hate that. That means somebody was kicking the shoe around or yeah. There's no order. So Jasmine, I provide to I really feel like you should not go see a shrink. You shouldn't go to the gym. You need to write. And it's okay if you don't know how to spell every word. You need to write where your plans is by the end of 25. What would you like to see yourself in 3 years? And what are you going to let go before 10 years pass? Because right now, you're stuck in the same place like you was when Philip went to jail. You still have the same excuses. You still have the same problems. You still have the same hiccups. And what are you going to do? Because you can get on here and say, I don't want you to have pity on me. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. But at the end of the day, what can you do to find yourself in a better situation? Because you're still angry at Philip for what? He wasn't your man? Because that's real talk why you angry. And the world had to find out that he wasn't your man. And the second is you're mad because Chris wasn't the man you painted him out to on social media. That's not our fault. That's not even his fault because he told you who he was, but you wanted to paint him something else. Now that's the reason why you have to deal with Stinkerbug. See, I always say your actions do have consequences. See, you never laid up with that man. You should have left that man where he was because you was already struggling, trying to keep a house clean, trying to have some peace, some sanity with 4 kids. But I feel like this when Stinkerbug, it's time for him to go to school, y'all. Jazz is going to get in another relationship and get knocked up as soon as possible so she can finally get her fairy tale romance. And this time, it might not work in your favor. See, I always have to readjust the men I date. All right. And it's okay. Some of y'all brides, y'all want available men. I found out available men don't do nothing for me. They don't even make me right because they're broke. How am I get right and ready on somebody that's broke? But y'all need available men. So when men come through with paychecks and they can't talk to you, y'all dismiss them because your low self-esteem self is telling you he's with somebody else. No, that man got bills. He got things to do where you need to be at. And that's what she painted him. She painted him as a Prince Charming. Y'all, when I tell y'all this story, it is so funny. This one lady got married to a man that didn't have a job. And y'all, she talked about, girl, she was a provider before they even got married. And then she cried because his ass don't got no job. No, you wanted him at the house, making your meals, making you feel special, cleaning up your damn house. And now you struggling because he comes with, he needs stuff. See, you didn't mind it. See, wanted him, Jazz wanted him to make sure everything is good. Just at the home farm. I'll take care of the house. But when that man started needing things, he started looking back and saying, oh no, I need that money. See, I know I got a place to stay, but you got my kid, but I need that money. I need a vehicle. That man didn't even have a pot to piss in. Besides those two, I call them, what is it, yard, what, beach chairs? Those folded chairs. That's all he had was folded chairs. And then on top of that, he had come in your house and deep clean so he can be comfortable. Baby, you didn't need to be fucking on him. Excuse my language. You needed you needed a pastor and a first lady in your house. But you didn't want that. You wanted to be in a competition with Olivia and Chrissy. Like, y'all, I'm getting dick down too. Look at me. Y'all, I pity some of these women. There's more women on YouTube like that. Some of them, they just not as desperate. Some of them, they just know how to keep it really tight so nobody don't see their struggles with having a man. But you can't have these same struggles. See, Chrissy over there living a fantasy, and you really trying to get there. Y'all, I'll be damned if I follow behind Chrissy ass and think I'm normal. I'm sitting here looking at her mods, like, how in the hell you support all this shenanigans? Hey girl, I'm here. Like, girl, I would. If somebody showed me who they were and I was their mod, I probably would never go back on there. Very seldom. I don't care. I wouldn't. Now there's sometimes I can't do it. I'm tired. But y'all, if you like basically lie that, hey guys, I bought a house. Did I really? See, that's how you know you have low self-esteem viewers too. Because they will put up with, you can tell just the women that put up with Chrissy, they put up with some trifling ass men. Just be honest with y'all. You support Chrissy, you most likely like trifling ass men too. Well, you know what? I wouldn't say what is too many children, okay? Because there's some men they might be high value, but they also got different motives. We know those type of men. But some men, they don't mind it. Depends on the age too. Like you have to look at it. Older men, they don't mind younger women with a lot of children. That might be her second great option. But and he has a little something. I'm not talking about millionaires. He got something that he can bring something to her plate. But it depends. But Jazz like men that she can take care of. All these ladies like men that they can take care of because later on they can come back and say what they done for them because that's their value. They want to kick you when they're down. You know what I did for him? And I lost my internet in my car. That's the value of a low self-esteem woman. But Jazz, I really hope that you put down bottles and you start loving on your children. And number one, y'all, Jazz, just be supportive. You don't have to do extra shit so you can try to sound like you're a more attentive parent. Because be honest with you, just how your kids look on a regular basis, people know you don't fuck with your children like that. I'm sorry, it shows. If I was a teacher at one of your kids' schools and I see your kids, I know you don't really fuck with them like that. You don't take time to even do their hair weekly. You don't take time to make sure they look presentable. You do a half-ass job. So when you get on the court, you get in somewhere where you see a lot of parents, you want to sit there and scream at the top of your lungs like you're attentive and we know you're not. Just look at your menu for dinners. You don't even feed them a decent meal until your food stamps hit because everything got to be rushed. We know you trying just to throw them off to the world. Y'all, I'm not a sports mom. So my kids say, hey, I want to play sports. Okay, we're going to see about that, Jim. But do I force my children to play sports? No. What I force them to do is have an education. I do that. But just the way that your kids are having conversation with you tells me everything. Focus on your children. Stop worrying about who could have been in your life if you didn't do this or you didn't do that. Your children are in your life. And I tell you this before I go, I never want my kids to have a obituary or a memoir of their truth and the world's fiction, nonfiction. The world don't even know who this person they're talking about. Your kids is definitely going to have that memoir. Now, y'all think she was the good mom, and we know it. We see it. I never know a person so happy about making dinner for one in my life. I'm making dinner for just me and Stinkerbug. I never, yeah, I don't have that privilege. But just to say, I'm just making dinner for one kid tonight blows my effing mind. And you don't even care how it makes that other little boy feels. Because he most likely get lonely because you don't pay him any attention because you're not in his dad's face or you're not on his balls. So that little boy is going to always resent something that those other kids have. And you did that because you first-handed saw how this man handled his other kids. This man wasn't even financially stable to have his own place so his daughter could visit. He had to clean up your house for his daughter to come and visit. But oh, come in me, baby. Yeah, I'm on birth control. And you saw that firsthand. This man didn't even, you had a registry, right? She had a Christmas registry around the food stamp, y'all. And y'all remember how he couldn't even afford Christmas gifts for his son. So she put Christmas gifts for his son on that registry. Your baby daddy couldn't even buy your son a car seat or a mattress. Oh y'all remember her mom felt bad because she needed a mattress for her registry, right? And her mom went ahead and bought her a mattress. You saw what type of man he was, and you still had a baby. And now you crying. I'm telling y'all, I think y'all need I think all y'all mommies need is just, y'all would make bank if y'all just do a kumbaya, like a camp trip for like 3 days. Maybe it'll be like they arrive Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and they leave Sunday. They need to do like a retreat, vlog it, and how to heal from being a deadbeat mom. I'm assuming y'all would make some money. Y'all would definitely make some money if y'all did a retreat. You, Chrissy, Diamond, Olivia, who else? Sky, Lee Unfiltered, all of y'all. Yes, there's some more under my belt. Sheann. Yeah, Sheann's not really a deadbeat mom. She just got mental health. I'm gonna leave her alone. That Peach McIntyre. If y'all just sit and do a retreat, y'all will make some money because we all can see that, and y'all actually talk to one person. Just say Alana Bassett, all right, and she basically break down y'all because there's no reason why you still coming on here 12 years still got the same sad ass problems. Y'all, I feel like after you get a certain age, your problems should be getting a little bit more better. That was a freaknik. Uh-uh. That was not a retreat. That was a freaknik. Okay. Y'all, by the way, who goes, y'all, I don't know if anybody knows, but there's a rule in a girls' code back in my day when I was like wilding out, we never left the club, or we never left the club when we was together. We never left the club with somebody else, right? And we never brought nobody into like the establishment that we was staying at. Like if they were staying at my house or I was staying at their house, we never brought nobody back to the place. Okay, we just got their phone numbers and handle our business where we was not together. Does that make sense? So we're not hunting nobody outside the club because we're going to be right by hip. Like you would think we are joint twins or something. Uh-uh. That's how me and my homegirl used to roll. So we never had, y'all, I blew my mind when I first heard this story. And they was like, yeah, she met this guy in the parking lot. She brought him back to the house. We never did that. That was like a girl's code. Like we protected each other. But y'all, this is what is that? A serial killer like thrill right there. What is it? Forensic file story. Just in the making. Just for these girls. And that was so dangerous and reckless. That's the crazy part about it. Like, who does that? Now I'm gonna ask y'all this and I'm gonna get off of here. Did y'all hear about those HIV cases? Like in And that's the reason why I'm thinking about it now. Y'all know those HIV cases, and now I'm not trying to say anybody got a house in Vegas or a house in Virginia, but there's a lady on YouTube, and I didn't want to point it out, but Jazz, I'm not saying anything. Her face looked like yours. And when I tell you, it's like connect the dots plus connect four all on her face. Like that's her face. Like you don't know if you're playing connect the dots or connect four. Cause man, those bumps on her face. Now I know it had to be some type of hygiene, but they do say that that virus eat up at your face. Like it eats up the face. So, Jazz, I don't know what's going on, but you probably need to. You were sitting there talking about Chrissy. Did you have you got checked? I'm just saying, have you got checked? Because sometimes I don't know if y'all know HIV can stay in your body undetected for some years. So I'm just saying, not trying to be funny, but that little virus that can stay undetected. Now that's what happened to what's his name, Charlie Sheen. Yeah, Charlie Sheen. It was like, yeah, I've been having the HIV, but it was undetected for almost this year. But now I can't get it to not to be undetected. And I'm just saying, you came out here talking about homegirl. They had the House of Virginia. I'm just saying. Hey, and y'all, I'm one of these people, y'all. I'm not gonna hold you. Now I'm about to leave because I gotta go. I gotta go whip something up for my kids. Um, I watched documentaries of the beginning of AIDS, right? And they got this show it's called The Gift, and that's like when people actually chase after getting the disease. It's I think it's on HBO, and it's basically talking about people go out, they look for people that is affected, and they get it, so that they don't have to really have that burden of feeling like, oh, I'm about to catch it, right? That's just their logic, and that's from that community. We don't talk about that community. Alrighty, so but then I seen another documentary of that, and when they tell us symptoms about, it's automatically in the face. That's where people discover they have it is in their face. Hey, but you know what? I'm hungry. I'm not like on this community, so I'm okay with people that's bitch watching. I promise you, I'm okay. Cause people. I seen somebody was like, we don't fuck with her. I'm like, oh, I don't fuck with you. I'm fine with that. But you get people. They watch, and thank you, nurse. I know she pops up here once in a while. But y'all, I gotta go. I gotta pick up these little people, and and I gotta put a load in the washer. Okay, so by the time I get off tonight, they should be ready to go in the dryer. And I don't have baskets. I don't know if y'all. I cook in my house, so yeah. And if I feel like y'all, I cook fish. I cook chicken. Um, is it like fried food, like chicken? And I made smothered pork chops last night. I could not like. I feel like I can't leave clothes in a basket because it's gonna smell like food. So y'all, I just know mentally and physically that Jazz clothes be funky. Her kids be coming going to school smelling like food or stale trash. I did see that trash that was piled up on the Jazz. Jazz. I'm just saying. You did not walk before you left to take the kids to their YMCA event, right? You didn't like think about grabbing the trash. And then, y'all, I'm just looking inside, right? That's all. I can't judge. I'm just looking inside. And you know you was gonna walk out the house or walk near the garage or even you going to pass the trash can that you didn't want to just dump the trash out. It's just the small things. Like why y'all got like 10 bags of popcorn just sitting on the counter? Like y'all not taking out trash? But it is what it is. Yeah, that's not my house. I'm gonna keep it moving, okay? But anyway, y'all have an amazing day. I probably will do my in the car after dark. It depends on my Tyler. I ain't even gonna hold you. That's her problem. Like I said, I am going to be missing out on my kids for about what is that? They'll be gone until like the mid of August, maybe the second week of August. I'm gonna visit them. They're gonna be at my parents' house, but yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna miss them, and you ain't gonna hear me say, "Oh, thank God." Maybe the first 3 hours, I'm like, shit. Maybe the first week, I get to sleep in. I don't have to worry about a kid barging in, oh, turning on my headlight. Yeah, that kid, and my headlight got the fan on. That kid using my bathroom. I might want to hear his little footsteps coming in closer to my door after the second week of him gone. But y'all, I'm going to visit him, right? But and then also I'm making money. I can do DoorDash or I can pick up a third job if I need to. That's what it looks like. And so I can get their school stuff. Y'all, stuff is expensive. They ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Yeah, I make it do what it do. And hey, I'm not going on here crying because y'all not watching my video. Okay? I don't know what to do. Like social media once was fun, but I ain't gonna go on here and do a GoFundMe for my dead mama, and I tell the world that she's not getting buried until the 17th of May, and that joker is in the grave on the 4th. Okay, I ain't doing that. Um, I'm just not. I'm not into drama that my real life drama that I'm going to sleep. I'm going to have to tell everybody on social media who hates my guts, tell them that I re-slept with my husband, my ex-husband, for some views. Like I'm just not going to do that. I'm just go ahead and get myself a little third job. Keep moving, okay? I was watching this like short, and the man was like, he's like, the Asian guy said his wife was, it's, she had a flu. He's like, nah, that bitch will still be working in her grave. I was like, you know what? I don't want that to be me, y'all. But I just thought it was funny. Like, yeah, that is kind of true. We will work ourselves. I don't want to work myself into a grave, y'all. I really don't. I want to be 96, probably, probably trying to tell somebody off. That's my goal. Probably tell somebody off. Be gone. All right. But I talk to y'all later. Y'all have a beautiful day. And if y'all don't catch me any other time, y'all have a great week. And remember, if somebody flicks you off, just gracefully stick your middle finger up at them. And what are they gonna do? Reverse to check you? No, they don't keep moving. All right, goodbye.